Hello, it's day 11 of the Liberator project, and today it has absolutely killed me. It's been far too hot for me to work. I have done a few things, and it's going to be a bit of a short video, but every day I hope to sort of bring you a few things that I've done in a positive direction. Now, I tried working on the van, but I came over faint. I had to go and lie down. It was a killer. It was much too hot. But I've done a few things. I haven't even got my selfie stick tonight, but I will show you what I'm doing. Right, can you see that okay? I've done 2 coats on the vents, so they're just drying, then they're finished. And I wasn't very happy with the coat on the silver, so I'm going to strip that off and maybe paint it black, or maybe try a different silver. I don't like the finish on it. It's too soft. What I have been doing is, because I couldn't work out here, I've worked on the inside of the van. Now I took the sun visors, took these off, and give those a thorough clean in the bath, and took them to pieces. So what I did is I split the seam and took out what was in there. Water had got in, and the cardboard, or whatever was the sponge in the cardboard, had rotted. It was horrible. So what I've done is I used this other material. I mean, the sunscreen's absolutely fine now. I'll show you what's in it. All right. It's made up of this plasticized cardboard. It doesn't rot, and when you laminate it, it's very strong. I mean, I can't bend that with my hand. And I've got this, which is double-sided tape, industrial tape, and that's really good at sticking them together. So I basically make a laminate of those. That's absolutely fine. It won't rot, and it's tough. And once I've got that inside the sunscreen, that's absolutely fine. It's nice and rigid now, so when you pull it down, it doesn't go floppy. It's just got about the right feeling. Now, to remake the seam, bear with me, I'm used to working more on leather, so I've got this little device. You hammer that into the edges on either side of the seam, and it makes equally spaced holes, and then you can sew it up. Now, with leather, you need to do that because it's so incredibly tough. You wouldn't be, it would kill you just putting a needle through all the time. However, say the first time I've used vinyl, I don't think I needed to do that. That was a bit overkill, because you can do this quite well with a needle. Now, the other thing is, I put the thread through, grabbed both ends to pull it tight, and I yanked the first stitch out because it was a much softer material than I'm used to. So the first bit of the seam, which I've done, if you can see, it's not very neat. I'm not very happy with that, but I mean, it won't show because it will be behind the rear view mirror. But on the next couple of seams, I mean, one along the rung, along that edge, I think I'll do a much better job. I've just got to be a little bit more gentle with material, less forceful, and that will be fine. And on the next one, I won't punch out all the holes. You can sew it. It's not as bad as I thought. The side of the seam that's split is absolutely fine because the seam's very strong, but on the other side it's a bit weaker, and you've got to be a bit more gentle with it. So that's the limited progress today. It's a lovely evening, so I will probably carry on, finish the sunscreens, clean the rear view mirror, and possibly do the dashboard, waiting for those vents. And hopefully tomorrow it'll be a bit cooler, and I have more interesting things to show you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Good night.